Hi, everybody.
Hi, everyone.
We are here. We're live. So the babysitter's still trying to pick up pizza. I guess everybody's having pizza parties
It's,
tonight.
it's Friday, Pizza Friday.
It's Pizza Night Friday, I guess.
Yeah.
And today is the release of that one movie, uh,
Um,
Dine the dinosaur one, Jurassic World.
what?
Yes,
What? We could have been watching
we
that.
could. But instead, we're here with everybody, all of our friends from YouTube. So let me just
Yeah.
do a quick roll call, and then Eileen will take us to the
To the
stairs,
movies.
stairs in the woods, you guys. All right, let's see. Mr. Vault, hey, how are you? We
Hi.
have Sean Primal Cry. Hey, how are you?
Hi.
And then we have the I Believe podcast.
Hello.
How are you, friend? Mr. Gene, hi.
Hi.
Fox Green Mountain droning? Is it
Mhm.
droning? Cool. Hi, Wig.
Hi.
And then who else do we have? Donnie. Hey, Donnie. Thanks
Hi.
for stopping by, saying hi. And Miss Lakea. Hi, Lakea. How are
Hi.
you? Thanks for coming and saying hi. The Corbanian Courier. I think you were here. Yeah. I was thinking, I saw another comment of somebody that was leaving, but thank you for coming. And we have, okay, I think that's, oh, John.
Hi.
Our friend John, our homie John is here. Yeah, John's awesome. He's always on our shows, and we appreciate that. Oh, yeah. So Corbanian Courier had to go, but I appreciate him coming by and saying what's up. James. Hey,
Hi.
James. Stairs in the Woods. He's ready. He's ready for Stairs in the Woods. Okay. All right. I think that's so far. If I missed anybody, let me know. But oh, sorry. I clicked on that. Okay. So we were talking about, oh, go ahead.
No, yeah, let's introduce ourselves. So, welcome to our channel, Casual Conversation with GNA. We are here, episode 65, Stairs in the Woods. Sounds like a very interesting topic.
Okay.
Right?
And for people that don't know, we're sisters.
Yes.
So I'm the middle child. She's
and I'm the younger
the
child.
baby. And then we have an older sister. So it's three of us.
Yeah.
But Stairs in the Woods. The reason why, hi, Chris Cat.
Hi.
The reason why I wanted to talk about this was because last week I was with Wig. We were with Wig, which I will put the link in the chat after so we can, if you guys want to join. But we were talking about the stairs in the woods. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to look into that. So I started looking into it. And to my surprise, this is crazy. It's like a scary thing, you guys. And so I don't know. We're going to get into it because I want you guys to, in case you guys don't know.
I mean, I've heard about it before, but just very surface level.
Yeah. So
right.
I found a lot of stories, especially of a man. He's a search and rescue. And he went on Reddit and he posted stories of the stairs in the woods that they would encounter. So we'll talk a little bit about that. But yeah.
All right. So let's get into it.
Go ahead, Eileen.
The stairs in the woods phenomenon is about stairs that rise from the ground and go up into the sky. The mysterious stairs are most often seen at night and look as if they were built in the woods in the middle of nowhere and there is no other structure around it. The stairs can look different each time they are seen. The symbolism of a stair implies ascension from one condition to another superior one, or an element of passage. So, I mean, if you look at the background, you don't really see stairs, especially not in the woods.
Okay, that's weird if you see stairs in the woods and there's been like forest fires. Okay, there's been I don't know, natural disasters to where houses break down and there's only remnants of the house.
Yeah.
Sometimes you'll find stairs, sometimes you'll find chimneys or the what is it? The base of the house, like the cement, the foundation of the home. Hey, Sue.
Hi.
Thank you for coming. Sue is one of our other listeners. She's very always on our chat, and she always shows up, so we really appreciate her.
It.
And then also, I think I saw somebody else come in, Wedge. Hey, Wedge.
Hi.
Yeah, and so I was thinking maybe this is what, in my mind, I was thinking, okay, it's just remnants of a home that was there once, and it burnt, or I don't know, something happened. But then,
when that's all that's
people are seeing, okay, I don't want to get ahead of myself, but there's like things that I found that I was like, wait, they don't have any like debris usually, like they look,
they're pretty clean.
They're clean. Sometimes they even
they do maintenance.
Dude, sometimes they even have carpets.
What?
Like white carpet.
Okay.
Like, and it's clean.
That would be a really big red flag.
Okay, sometimes they're spiral stairs.
So there's different kinds.
Yeah, sometimes they're grand stairs.
They're different.
Sometimes
architecturally,
they're cement stairs or wood, or like made out of, what is it? Made out of rock, stone. I don't know.
Wow,
crazy. Okay, keep
different
going.
sorts. So we're gonna get into Reddit stories, which are cool, right? Reddit stories are always interesting. So Reddit story by Search and Rescue Woods. He explains that during his rescue missions, it is not unusual to encounter stairs, which lead to nowhere, standing alone and with a robust appearance. His superiors told him that he should not be surprised and that it was normal, but he should not climb on them. The stairs are always clean and free of vegetation. They can be of any material and shape. They can be stone and look old. Other times they can have a modern look and made of iron. In some cases, they are not far away, usually closer to a cemetery or burial place. Almost always they are in an area where someone has disappeared. They may be several miles away from towns. People speak of an unnatural sense of anguish and oppression when approaching them. Approaching them. Wow.
I was trying to write clearly so you won't have issues reading it, but I guess it's not working.
Hey, I did a decent job though, for the most part.
What do you think so far?
I mean, it's interesting that these stairs, they give you a feeling, right? Like a vibe. You get like some type of energy from it, right? That's very sketchy.
You want to read it?
Okay, so it says, I think if I seen stairs in the woods, I'd look at the details of the craftsmanship and stick around to see if anything came down. But ain't no way I'm going up them.
You know what I just thought about, James? I thought about I would grab a rock and like throw it.
Oh, see what happens?
See what happens? Maybe like a stick.
Poke it.
Yeah, like throw a stick. I mean, there's crazy stories about these stairs. And the fact that they come in all shapes and sizes. I've heard that there's even been people that have seen the stairs upside down.
Wow.
Like going, I don't know what that means. There's another story where there's stairs that go down like a basement.
You know what? That's a really interesting question there. What if you were drawn to climb the stairs, which I think is a big, possibility that you would be mesmerized.
So,
right?
Okay. So that brings me to this story. I don't know if I wrote it on my little thingy, but there was a couple that were camping at night. And they said that they kept hearing this weird noise, like of teeth grinding, like grinding teeth noise. And they said, oh, you kind of, maybe some, like one of us is, I don't know, they were doing it like half asleep. I don't know. But he said that they fell asleep. And then he, for some reason, happened to wake up the husband or the boyfriend in the middle of the night. And he looks to the side and his girl's gone.
Wow.
So he's like, where is she?
Yeah.
What's going on? And then so he opens the tent and he sees her standing out there in the woods. And he can see her face. She had her eyes open and she was looking terrified at something. And then he said when he got closer to her, she kept saying, I need to go up there. And he turned and he saw a set of stairs. And he kept talking to her like, what are you doing? What are you doing? And she wouldn't like respond. So it seemed like to him, she was kind of like dazed or mesmerized. And then she decided to like walk towards the stairs, and then he pulls her and he's like, what are you doing? And so then she wakes up and she's like, looked at him all weird, like, what are you doing? Why am I out here? Like, let's go back to bed. And they went back to bed. So I don't know.
She was in a trance.
There has been a few stories that I've heard where people do get fixated, I guess, or they get kind of like in a trance-like state when they're close to the stairs. I don't know if it's only happens to certain people because like search and rescue woods.
Yeah.
He says they see them all the time.
Yeah. So, and it's even like they even know what to do, like, I mean, the woods on their own could it's mesmerizing.
Yes.
So when you throw in stairs, I feel like it really...
And it's like out of everything, why stairs? Why couldn't it be a path? Or why couldn't it be like a cave? Or why can it be like something else? Why stairs?
So like something that's not really logical and it attracts you to it.
Something more natural.
Right? Yeah. And then like the fact that it's always clean and there's no like vegetation or anything.
And I've heard that you only see the same set of stairs once.
What?
Like you never see them twice. Like not the same one twice. Yeah.
And then they're different. Yep. You know what I mean? Like
Donnie said, certain people are more physically vulnerable to manipulation. And that's true.
Yeah,
I mean, you see it all the time with different things, like not just the paranormal, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Scary.
I mean, interesting though, that they're different. And so it's almost like they just appear, they just like
they, and who do they choose to appear to certain people?
That's a good one.
Do they just, but yeah, keep going.
That's a good
gets
question.
More interesting.
So here's another, I think. A man that worked for the U.S. government healthcare agency was working in the 1940s. After the Roswell incident, he was investigating animal mutilations. During his 6 months of research, he saw many stairs that seemed to move at night. And you know what? This is interesting because when you started talking about these stairs, it really did make me think of Skinwalker Ranch. And like dimensions, things like that. And like having something that's not normal, not logical, just like appear.
Yeah.
And I don't know, to me that seems like, on that side of things, like on like Skinwalker Ranch type level,
Yeah, because especially when to me, the natural thing is it might be a portal, right?
Yeah.
And people hint to that. It's some sort of a portal.
To not climb it, right? So, I mean, it must lead you somewhere.
Doorways are usually the ones to be careful of, but stairs may be the next level up to an unseen doorway. Yep. I mean, I've heard stories of people seeing castles in front of them while driving, or kingdoms make me wonder if it is tied together somehow. And what if these maybe a lot of the missing 411 people who choose to climb the stairs, and yeah, that's totally a possibility.
Yeah.
And you know what, the missing 411, there's always that thing that you automatically think of, that missing 411.
Yeah.
People go missing all the time in the forests, but now we're finding out that there's these stairs that can possibly be portals.
Yeah, because I mean, if the search and rescue people told him, hey, don't climb up them, like why?
Don't touch them. Don't climb up them.
Have you seen something happen that led
and
you
so
to
this
like
guy,
that conclusion?
The search and rescue, what's his name? Search and Rescue Woods. He would go asking about it, and he would get multiple stories from I guess he would call them veteran search and rescue men. And they would tell him like stories of things that would happen. Usually they say, and I think I have it in here somewhere, that these stairs are attached to bad things happening.
Wow.
So every time they appear, and if somebody gets curious to touching them, especially climbing them, people can die. Like people that they're looking for don't ever get found. So it's, I don't know, you guys. It's like, do you guys think that our Forest Service knows? I mean, if the search and rescue guys know,
the most likely.
Stairs may be a test if you believe you are ready for the next level.
Wow.
That's crazy. Like, it's scary. I would be like, why? Don't show up to me.
Don't show up to
you.
Me. Okay, so here's another. One man from the Philippines says he worked at a forester. He said he climbed a ladder that he found in the thick of the woods to escape a stray dog. Only a few minutes had passed when he went down again, and in truth,
5 years had passed.
And in truth, 5 years had passed. He had been fired from his job due to his extended absence. Wow. So then there was, a time difference.
5 years. He was only there a few minutes, is what he said. But when he climbed back down, it had been 5 years. And that's not the first time I've heard of this story. I think Dave Paulides shared this story in the Coast to Coast AM one time. And I was like, this is crazy.
Yeah.
But it was like a ladder that he found randomly because a stray dog was chasing him. And he just went up there for safety. When he came back down, 5 years had passed. They said that, I don't know if he had grown hair. Because I think Dave Paulides talked about that. If he looked like he had been out there for 5 years, or if he looked the same as when he went up there. 5 years, dude.
Yeah.
And then he was like, oh, I was just out here and this dog was trying to bite me. So I went up the stairs and the guys were like, who are you?
Where have you been?
No, and they're like, and then he went to talk to the boss, I guess. And he's like, hey, boss, he's like, what? Why are you showing up? I fired you 5 years ago.
Wow.
You never showed up.
He's like, it's been 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Wow. That's, yeah. I mean,
yeah, I think Donnie's right about that. I think that's when I vaguely remember something about him, that he talked about. And I was like, I think that's my first, memory of hearing about the stairs in the woods. So,
wow. So like a portal,
time travel?
Yeah, like a little black hole. That's kind of what it sounds like, right? Like, Okay, next story. In Sweden, 2 men found a ladder and decided to climb it. One of them felt his shoulder be touched and turned around thinking it was his companion, but the ladder was too far away to have touched him. That was it for that one.
Yeah, so I don't know, something touched them. So there's probably entities or around. I don't know.
Okay.
It's a good thought.
The next one. Another story of a woman that climbed the ladder and came down and said something was wrong and had a brain aneurysm and died.
And that's wow. That was one of the stories that Search and Rescue Woods they told him that she went. I don't think it was a ladder. I think it was stairs that she went and touched the stairs, but she just touched didn't go up them. And then she turned around and she told him something's wrong. And then he said he saw her eyes bleeding and she had the aneurysm and she died on the spot. So I don't know. I mean, it's a Reddit thread. It could be real. I mean, he could be just making up stories. I mean, I don't know, but why would somebody out of the blue just think about, hey, I'm going to talk about stairs that kill people,
let's make up
or
all
that
these
things
stories.
happen. First story of a staircase in the wilderness actually is in the Bible, Jacob's ladder. Ooh, I need to read that. That certain stairs can show up on certain celestial alignments. Maybe they can. They shift, like some sort of shift where they are able to open these portals only at a certain time, at a certain, like, I don't know. I mean, and that's the same case with the Skinwalker Ranch, right?
Yeah.
These portals would open, and there's like clear pictures of these round portals opening and things coming out of them. Like, how is that not trippy to people?
Can I add like some 2 cents real quick?
Mm-hmm.
So, this, I just finished watching season 4, right? Stranger Things. And, it makes me think about that because, they do have, like in the show, they do have like these portals, right? Like these openings where it takes them to the upside down world, right? So it's kind of like a parallel universe of where they are. And sometimes they'll open anywhere. These little openings will open anywhere, and sometimes it'll be backwards, right? Like sometimes like it'll be from the roof, but it's actually the ground on the other side, right?
Oh, okay.
So they end up throwing like a rope, and it stays, right? And it kind of helps them transfer from like to and fro. And it makes me think about these stairs. Like, what if the stairs are like the same thing, to get you from like, point A to point B, like same thing, like little like, portals. I don't know. It just,
would you go up the stairs?
No, that's scary. No,
like at all?
No, I'd be scared.
But what if they can guarantee your safety?
No, man. I wouldn't do it. I'd be like,
there
go in first.
No guarantees.
I'd be like, let me see you go first and come back.
There was a story too that the search and rescue woods guy, like a wormhole. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, but where would they take you? And why is it like, I don't know if they were, because the only people like with the missing 411, most of the survivors, especially like young children that can't really explain what happened, they always have these weird stories about how they were alive, what they saw, how they were trying, because and they take these little kids, and these little kids end up in an area miles and miles away from where they were last seen, and they don't have any physical bruises or cuts, or their shoes are clean, their clothes is clean. How do you explain that? What if they like walked into a portal and then appeared at another place? What if this is how the Bigfoot travel? How like we are not able to see them because they have these portals that they travel,
honestly, that seems like the most logical explanation.
I'm just going down the rabbit hole, you guys.
I mean, but it seems like the most logical explanation.
I might go up the stairs just out of curiosity. Maybe I could go into an interdimensional adventure. Yeah. But the thing is that people, hey Roth.
Hi.
Thanks for joining. The thing is that people, and I was going to get into that, people have these weird feelings when they do actually go up the stairs. They always feel this sense of dread, a sense of
doom, or what?
Doom, like something's really wrong and they can't explain it. So I feel like they kind of have like I don't know, something's wrong with them, and you can feel it. It's kind of like when you meet someone and they give you like a creepy vibe, and you're like, I don't know about you, friend. Like
you're sensing some type of energy.
Yeah.
And I mean, this woman that, she climbed it and felt a certain way. Like, what if she was about to say something about it, like, oh, this is what I like kind of saw or something, and she couldn't, she couldn't communicate it.
I don't know. I don't know. But I know that Donnie said he would go up there, but here's a little story for you, Mr. Donnie. So one of the search and rescue guys shared another story that I guess one of the senior research or search and rescue men told him that a guy went up the stairs. He was like a younger, newer recruit. They call him the rookies. And he said that he kept telling him, "Oh, I'm so excited because I want to go out there and do this search and rescue." And I thought it was funny because he kept saying, "Oh, he kept telling me about the goat man this and goat man that." And he's like, "Dude, there's other creepier things than goat man." And then so they see these stairs and this guy tells him like, "Dude, what's that?" Like he's like, "Yeah, that you need to be afraid of." And he said that the guy, being young, he told him, "Don't go near them, don't touch them." He was like, I'm going to do it. So he does it. He goes up the stairs, and then when he gets to the very top, he reaches out to touch a branch, and his hand gets sliced right off, like the whole thing. And he said that the guy almost died, and they could not find his hand anywhere. So
I fell into the other dimension.
Maybe? I don't know. That's super creepy. Like, I don't know. But
they sent the new guy.
Let me see. He said they sent the new guy up for them. Probably. I mean, he was just maybe the feelings of dread are the stairs. The way of telling people, "Not play it. You ain't invited." Yep.
Yeah, that's yeah.
Oh no. I'd go up the stairs if a prime rib steak was at the top. And that would be even creepier, right? Like if they're trying to like lure you with something, like no friend.
They know your favorite food.
Working construction, I'd send a new guy to do the truck for the board stretcher. My boss used to get pissed. Was it dangerous? Let me see. His hand didn't get sliced off. It teleported off.
Oh my gosh.
You know what? They didn't find the hand. They looked for it and they couldn't find it. So that's kind of creepy if you're trying to like teleport or if you're trying to like, what is it, like travel through the portal and it could cut you.
Yeah.
There was a story that I heard a long time ago. Hi, Miss Wendy.
Hi.
I don't remember if it was real or if it was a creepypasta. I hear so many stories now that it's like, I don't even know what's real. But there was a guy that I guess he saw something, like he was driving at night. He saw some like distortion on the road and he got off. Your boy decided to go in and put his foot in the little distortion. And he said that he put it in there and it kind of disappeared. Like he couldn't see it, but he brought it back out and he's like, "Okay, that's definitely creepy. I'm leaving." Nothing happened, but I don't know. Pretty side note, pretty like funny story. I don't know. So what is the explanation about these anomalies? And people say that they may be remains of buildings that were deteriorated over time, which is what we talked about. That's a definite possibility. You always see structures that have been burnt and there's remnants, like there's a chimney, stairs, the foundation. It's totally a possibility. Could it be something to do with aliens? I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that.
I don't know.
Or portals to another dimension. People have camped next to the stairs to find that when they wake up, those stairs are no longer there the next day. Okay?
Yeah, so if they're no longer there the next day, it was not like some type of like, oh, a house was here and you know what I mean?
No. Well, I know, and I had my encounter, and the people that were with me, one guy told me and the rest of the group that they had to pull him away from them, that he felt like he had to get to the top. So yeah, he was kind of like mesmerized by them, or they even call people,
what if they do? What if they talk to you through your mind?
This is so like, it's just so like, why?
Like, what if they talk to you through your mind and lure you up the stairs.
Or what if there's like clear, like predator type dudes that could kind of cloak, and they're the ones doing all this stuff, and you just don't know. You can't see them. I don't know. Almost like it was singling him out of the group.
Singling him out.
See, and that's the thing. What if it's only certain people that get lured? And in that time and time again with the missing 411.
But like, for what purpose?
It's like, I feel like it's certain people.
But like, why do they select them?
I don't know.
I don't know.
If we knew, then we wouldn't like.
We wouldn't be.
It wouldn't be so like
mysterious.
And several hours later, when we came back, the stairs were not there anymore. See?
What?
And this is not only one person.
Yeah.
Many people are saying the same thing.
Yeah, like if more than 2 people saw this, then
And Bob was with a group of people.
Yeah.
Okay, they all saw it. It's not like they were all making it up.
Yeah,
like,
because how can that many people?
And it was calling for one dude.
Yeah,
which was good that they pulled him back, because obviously somebody in the group knew.
Yeah,
what was up with that.
Like, they kind of had a sense, maybe, like, oh, this doesn't feel right.
Do you hear someone calling you at the top of the stairs? Well, the girl that was trying to get taken, she was like half asleep. It's crazy. I'm imagining Rocky running up the stairs, disappearing. Well, did it leave an impression on the ground? Great question. I don't know. That would be creepy if it did.
Yeah.
I'd be like,
I mean, it's kind of similar to like the experience my dad had, right?
Which one?
Like in the woods with that, where it did leave a little impression. Remember?
What left an impression?
Well, remember when he was in the woods looking for his dog?
Dad was?
Yeah. Remember, like years ago?
I don't know. Share that story, because it's not ringing.
I mean, many years ago, before we were created.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, dude, I need to get somebody to narrate this story. And I've been saving it because it's such a great story.
It is.
Do you want to talk about it, or do you want to save it?
I know, but I just felt like it was kind of relevant because of like the woods and like
and the impression
and stuff. But I mean, if you want to save it, I mean,
no, you can share it. Go ahead.
I mean, do you know more about it?
I was trying to see if I can send it to like DW so he can narrate it. I would love to hear it like narrated by him, because
that would be
such an incredible story. And I don't know what to make of it. So should I just kind of give a little? So basically, my dad, he saw a creature. I mean, when he was younger, and this was in the middle of nowhere in Mexico. Okay. He said he saw this creature, and that the animals that he had were kind of like frightened by it. Like he was, I think he was in a horse. Was he in a horse?
Yeah, he was.
And the horse stopped, and he kind of like looked, and his ears started like moving. And he said, my dad was like, what the heck's going on? And so in Mexico, it's kind of like a coast, I guess.
Yeah, it's on the west coast, so the oceans.
The ocean. So there's like an abundance of palm trees that cover everything. They cover completely like the sky, and so you can't really see through the sky, so it's dark. But he said he turned and he saw this creature standing like way out in the distance, and he said it looked really big. Mm-hmm. Right, like a big creature.
Like he almost thought it was like a cow or something, right?
But he said that it was like bipedal, like he was standing, and he was really big, and he looked like, as far as he could see, he couldn't see its face, but he could see that he had like fur on him. And he said that his dog went after him. He was barking, he went after him, and then he said that he was screaming for the dog to come back, and it didn't. So he got off his horse, and then he started walking towards the area where he saw the dog disappear, because he just said the dog ran, and he thought, he went in too deep, I can't see him. So basically, when he got to that point where the dog was, what was it?
He got to the point where the dog was, and the dog wasn't there. There was only like a little like pile of a different sort of dust, right? Like debris.
Yeah, like he said,
Right?
it was very powdery, and it was
Yeah.
just like a little hill.
Yeah, and it stood out from the rest because there was
no sand there.
nothing.
No,
Yeah,
like he said, the dirt in that area is so hard, like you can't even dig it.
yeah.
Like,
So he was like, "What is this?" You know?
yeah. So I don't know. He was kind of like tripping out.
Yeah.
He was tripping out. Like he was like, I don't know what that was, but I mean, of course, I would have to like have somebody narrate that story because it's such a great story.
It is.
But let's see. Vault answered. Oh, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe they were selected because of the blood type or genetic makeup. Probably food source for ETs.
Yeah, I mean, could be a possibility.
I hope not. No, it didn't leave any sign or impression. When we got back to the area, we knew where we had been at, and where the stairs were, and they were not there anymore, and there was no sign of them.
Wow.
That's crazy. ¿Qué parte?
Like
from Mexico?
Yeah, maybe
It's
Jalisco. Well, I mean,
yeah, yeah,
Jalisco
we're like,
area
mm-hmm.
or Michoacan.
No, we're right there. It's called the state is called Colima, Mexico. Okay, Sean. I'm gonna send everybody after.
Yeah.
Dude, I shared my story. Dude, I shared my story like your dad's at Sean's show.
Wow.
So you had like a similar encounter.
Hey, it says se llama Tabayuco.
He calls it a huizachera. That's what he called it. Like huizaches. I don't know what that, like, I don't know. It's like palms. Probably not a food source, but definitely genetic extraction.
Yeah, it's a possibility.
I've heard a story about dogs going after something. The next morning, the owner went looking for them and found some kind of moist ashes and piles because there were 3 dogs that yelped that night. See?
What?
Dude. Like,
what is going on?
And this was back, my dad's from like the 60s, you guys.
Yeah,
like he was born in the 60s. So
he was a teen in the 70s, right?
Yeah, so it might have been somewhere, like around that time. I've never came across any stairs in the woods personally, but I have come across all kinds of portals. The stairs in the woods sounds like a type of portal trap to me. And I agree. I think that there might be like safe portals, and there might be trap portals, and there might be like portals that cut you and portals that lead you to doom. I don't know.
And you know what? Maybe that's what this, animal mutilation is, right? Like with the cows and things like that. Maybe it's one of those portals that, cuts you, right? And that's why the lines are so precise and they can't explain it.
Mm-hmm.
Possibilities,
People have, okay, so I talked about that. People getting hurt when climbing or touching the stairs. People cannot find the same set of stairs, which we talked about. And then we talked about the missing 411. That could be a possibility. Energy, but takes different forms. That's scary, Luis.
Wow.
Ooh.
That is scary.
So they say that they are mesmerizing. And sometimes they say that people, when they get to the top, all noise fades out. So all the forest noise and everything, they don't hear it. Sometimes they hear like a radiating noise, so like a vibration or like an energy source. Sometimes they hear metals. And that was one of the stories that Dave Paulides was talking about in one of his stories, that when a person went missing, one of his friends heard metals screeching or metals moving, like a big metal door opening is what he heard, and they never found his friend. Like he just disappeared. So what if it is something like some type of portal that opens up and lures people and takes them? And where do they take them? Yeah. Sometimes they bring them back, right? They find the bodies and bodies of water, but also with the missing 411, I don't know if it's just this, or it could be also that Bigfoots take people. It could be also that maybe the cryptids are involved. Who knows?
Yeah, who knows?
It's been fun, y'all. I've got to go see y'all later. Yo, hit the. Yeah, thank you, Vault, for showing up. We appreciate that. Yeah. So, all right. What else do we have? When people go up the stairs, the search and rescue failed to find missing people. So usually what they were talking about was that when they are actively looking for a person, they find they see this set of stairs and somebody goes up the stairs, somebody goes touches the stairs, they never find that missing person. So it's been known by search and rescue that when this phenomenon happens, they fail to find the missing person. The scent dogs lose their tracking abilities. They're not able to track them anymore, and they don't end up finding the people. A man that goes up. Oh yeah, I talked about that when they cut the hand thing. Mm-hmm. And the other thing, there was another story. I didn't want to talk about this story because it's about like a child and like missing child, and I don't know if I should talk about it because it's very like it was one of the stories that was shared by the same guy. And so basically, I guess I can talk about it, but it's just so sad when it comes to kids.
Where do these portals go to? Where do these portals go to? The only way I've ever found out was tracing the energy signal that matches portal A to B, but that can take months even. Wow.
Okay, so the search and rescue, they called in a veteran that was very good at tracking kids. And so they said that the way that they search, they establish a grid form of searching. So kind of like you see how there's squares and there's different squares, kind of like chess. Like, yeah. And so he said that he would see the tracking dogs would catch the scent in boxes, some boxes, but other boxes were skipped. There was nothing. So it was only like it was landing on the red boxes, but not the black ones. Like his scent. Yeah. And so the guy said that him and another guy went. The veteran, the one that was really good at searching for children, he ends up going with another rescuer, and they encounter a set of stairs. Except these stairs looked like they were going down into a basement. Once they go down, he tells them, "Hey, come, let's look around here." And the other guy's like, "No, I'm not going near the stairs. I'm sorry." And so he goes on, he looks down the stairs and he finds the little boy. But the little boy was kind of like, he said he was kind of like crouched down, like holding his stomach, like he was in pain. And he knew that he wasn't alive, the little boy. And so he says that they called they radioed that they had found him, and he had only been missing a few hours. Wow. So it was that same day, and they took the body, and he said he didn't hear about what happened, like what, from the rest of the time. But he said a week later, he received a call from one of the search and rescue, I guess, main people. And they told him that they had done an autopsy and that the little boy had these hole punch holes in some of his organs. What? And that he had just little holes everywhere, but he had no, on the outside of his body, they had no, he had no signs of anything. It was just on internal. Yeah. And so they couldn't determine the cause of death. And so he said that was one of the reasons why that guy ended up leaving. He stopped the search and rescue. He didn't want to do search and rescue anymore. But I mean, that was one of the stories that was shared. Like I said, it was like a Reddit thread. So I don't know if it could be real. It could be just made. I mean, but a lot of people have used his stories in their channels to share what he wrote more detailed. So in case you guys want to look that up, you can. And they have a lot of stories on the stairs in the woods. Let's see. A ver. The most evilest thing just happened to me. I ran out of bloody coffee. I hope you got some good coffee. Let's see. It's so sad.
You know what? It is a trip, you know?
It's a trip, yeah.
It
These
is.
stories about these stairs in the woods. Hi, Bear.
Yeah, and it is sad, right?
I go on Reddit for video game tips. Oh, I tried to navigate Reddit, but it's kind of like, it confuses me a little bit. But yeah, you guys, what do you guys think?
Yeah,
this is all we have on the stairs in the woods. There's plenty of stories that people can look up and hear these stories. But it's I don't know I don't know how to feel about it. I'm posting the link if anybody wants to join. We'll hang out for a little bit. Yeah, so what do you think?
You know, I feel like I'm sticking to what I had mentioned before. I think it's, you know, portals to, you know, another dimension, another who knows what is on
and
the
what
other
if there
side.
what if it isn't portals? What if it's just the mind playing tricks on you? What if it's just like a placebo?
Okay, but what happened to the guy's hand? You know?
Well, I mean, there's a logical explanation.
Like what?
Maybe like the tree branch cut it.
Okay, and he couldn't find it ever again. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe like it just, you know, I don't know.
You know, I don't know. I think that's the most like logical, you know, in my opinion.
So you think it's definitely a phenomenon, and it's
I mean, and after watching Stranger Things, I mean, yeah. Of
so
course,
do you feel that kind of like when people share movies like or shows like that, they're kind of like trying to hint at something?
You know, I feel like sometimes, yeah, it could be, you know?
Wow.
I was like, yeah.
Well, I don't know, you guys. I don't know how I feel. I mean, if you guys see stairs in the woods, do not go up there.
Yeah.
Do not touch them. And then also, if you're going to go to the forest, make sure you take your weapon. Make sure you take your tracking beacon.
Be prepared.
Yeah. Take some water. I mean, I love the forest. The forest is mesmerizing to me.
The forest is mesmerizing, and I feel like that could be dangerous, you know?
There's danger everywhere. There is
danger everywhere. There's danger in the ocean.
But what's up with this like crazy danger portal stuff?
I know. It's like I don't know. It's, you know, it's the unknown, right? You don't know what's on the other side of those stairs.
I would want to look into the history of accounts for finding these stairs. I haven't. Yeah, I know. And like, why? And then if they are just showing up, why now?
Can we decorate them for Christmas? Make them look nice.
I know Wig is going to start putting some like garland on them and some lights. Don't mess with the woods. Hey, ticks. And then deer are full with ticks.
Yeah.
Like when dad and my uncle, they used to like bring deer home after like hunting. They were like
yeah,
ticks everywhere.
But some of the best meat, right?
Yeah. We used to make birria de venado.
Yeah, but even like the meat's really good, man. It is.
All right. Well, that's all we have for you guys.
Yeah.
I did put the link in the chat. If anybody wants to join, you're more than welcome to share or join in. But if not,
there's also Sean's channel, right?
Yeah, you want to share about that?
Yeah. Yeah, you can go ahead and join Sean's channel. It I think it started already, right?
No, I think it starts at
it probably will start shortly, but you can head that way, right? If you want to hear some interesting things. Yeah.
He said, I just had to remove a tick off my dog at the vet's today. Hey, Red, I haven't seen you in a long time. How are you?
Yeah, but ticks
yeah, are crazy. I don't know. I don't know if there's a natural remedy for ticks, because I know they sell those
Their little jumpers.
Yeah, the medication that you put in their coats.
Yeah.
Which does help, but I don't know how safe it is.
I know. I
yeah,
try my best with my dogs.
I was in the vet field. That's what I wanted to be when I grew up. I wanted to be a vet. And so I did study and I worked at a veterinarian clinic, and man, times are changing. Like I would see a lot more like pet illness, and I don't know. I don't trust it. I don't trust no chemicals anymore. You've been working all this time. Hi, Red. I know. Red is so busy. Well, I'm glad that you're here, and I'm glad hopefully we get to see you in the chats more. Everybody misses Red. But yeah, I appreciate everybody, and I hope you guys have a great weekend and enjoy. It's gonna be hot here where we're from, so
yeah,
I don't know what we're gonna do. Have you eaten tamales made out of deer?
No, actually.
No, ¿verdad que no?
No.
I think we've only had like birria or like barbecue meat.
Yeah, which is good. The barbecue
like
meat, I recommend. Yeah, it tastes good.
Yeah. So, hey everyone, blessings to all. It's 1:12 here. I think she's in AZ though.
Oh, so it'd be like that.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Thank you, Sue. Thank you, Sue, for coming on, and Wig.
Yeah, I know. Looking forward to the pizza.
Yeah, pizza time. But thank you guys.
Thank you.
I appreciate everybody that showed up. Hopefully you found this video interesting and informing, and we'll see you guys next week.
Have a good weekend, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.